This video is a presentation of wholehealthweb.com. We're here to give you an idea how natural healthcare approach is different from a traditional medical approach. Give you some background information. As usual, with our videos and our articles even, it's for research and information. These are things to discuss with your doctor. We don't recommend self-treatment. This model is from a book by Dr. Cheraskin called Predictive Medicine, and it gives you an idea of how poor health happens, how sickness and disease happen. In the center of the circle is diet, structure, emotional health, could be getting enough sleep, genetics, all the key components to health. If a person has all those components, they are healthy. Their enzyme systems work well, their hormone systems work well, they have biochemical function, physiologically they're well, and they don't have any signs or symptoms. Okay, but if an individual eats a poor diet, say, then the center of the circle becomes out of balance. They may be lacking key nutrients, pH. There may be pH problems. From a chiropractic point of view, their structure may be affected, which is affecting their nervous system, and they are not completely healthy. They still don't have any signs or symptoms. Everything seems fine. There's nothing wrong as far as the individual is concerned. If they go for a physical, nothing is wrong. But if this problem continues, eating junk food or whatever, eventually the enzyme system will be affected. Now enzymes are chemical catalysts. They make chemical reactions happen in the body, and everything that happens, including muscle movement and thought, that happens in your body is the result of a chemical reaction, and the enzymes make those chemical reactions happen. They also use something called cofactors. A cofactor is usually a vitamin or a mineral, and it's like an ignition key to a car. So if the cofactor isn't present, then the enzyme isn't functioning. So things start going wrong biochemically. But even still, an individual in this situation probably won't have any symptoms. Okay. If the problem continues, then the hormonal system's affected. Most common one, of course, is insulin. Stress will affect the adrenal hormone, thyroid. Women may notice their periods are a little bit off, something like that. But prolonged poor enzyme function will lead to poor hormone function. And if that continues, then general biochemistry will become poorly affected. A good example of that is you might not be making enough hydrochloric acid or pancreatic enzymes to completely digest your food. And after a while, the flora in your bowel may change, and that'll change the chemistry of the things that you absorb. Food allergies, things like that can come from this. But even at this point, the person does not have any health problems. They could go to a physical and be declared completely healthy. After a while, physiologic performance, in other words, your chemistry isn't working so good. And this is the point where the person doesn't feel right. Something's going on. I wonder what's wrong with me. And they may be going to doctors, and the doctors can't find anything because they do not have a diagnosable disease. But once if the situation continues to deteriorate, then the person will begin to develop signs, which are lab tests that are off, and of course symptoms, which now they have an identifiable disease. Medicine works on changing signs and symptoms. They give a cholesterol medication to bring a cholesterol down. They give steroids for inflammation. They give different drugs for pain, things like that. So they're very focused on the signs and symptoms. Unfortunately, all the medical treatments will kind of deteriorate things further in here. All drugs have side effects, so it's a mixed bag. Sometimes a symptom can kill you, so you definitely want the medical approach. Asthma is a good example. In an asthmatic, they could die from an asthma attack, so the medical intervention becomes life-saving. But the day-to-day treatment of asthma Very commonly, for instance, asthmatics are deficient in magnesium. So a nutritionist may be working in here. The symptom will retreat. The asthmatic will feel better. Now, that is not the same. This is a common misconception. Magnesium doesn't treat asthma. Okay, magnesium treats a magnesium deficiency, but an asthmatic with a magnesium deficiency will suffer more than one without a magnesium deficiency. So in natural healthcare, when we're doing nutrients, herbs, chiropractic adjustments, acupuncture, we're actually working on the body's infrastructure and trying to get this circle to retreat. And this has been a presentation of wholehealthweb.com. If you've got health questions, we have answers, we have research, we have all kinds of information. We hope you'll pay us a visit.